you can find. If your daddy's rich, take a ride for a meal. If your daddy's poor, just do what you feel. Speed along the lane to a turn or return to 25. When the sun goes down, you can make it good and live by. We're not great people, we're not dirty, we're not mean. We love everybody, but we do as we please. When the weather's fine, we go fishing or go sailing in the sea. We're always happy, life's we're living here, that's our philosophy. Sing along with us, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, da-dee-da-da-da, yeah, we're happy. Let's go fishing. I'm on a mission. It's so pretty, I'd sure hate to waste this chance. We'll find a shady little spot, not too cool, not too high. Perfect for a little fishing.
Questions about this horticator, and I'm catching a lot of fish on it real early in the morning. Matter of fact, you gotta be out there before daylight, throw it in the grass and the reeds, and it's very important that you put a tube in front of it, because if you don't, it'll get tangled up and it's dark and you can't get it untangled. But right there is what I'm catching all my fish on. You got to get them at Garrett's Tackle Shop, guys. And I'll show you something from my trailer. This is the trailer I'm using right here. I'm using the Bass Assassin trailer, and it's a new color that they come out with, and the combination of those two right there produces fish, guys. But anyhow, this is what I've been catching them on. I'm getting asked all the time. I'm catching them on the horticator. I'm putting a tube in the front, on top of it like that right there. Just a tube. Some people say you can put the coffee stirrer on there and stuff, but I like the tube because the tube is flexible like this right here, and it don't affect the fishing a bit. I mean, you know, you can see in my videos it don't affect it a bit. I do put 2 beads up here, just a little bit more noise, like, you know, just put 2 beads up there. So yeah, that's what I'm catching them on the horticator. You can get them at Garrett's Tackle Shop, guy. Garrett's Tackle, and they're selling out. They're selling out of them. And so if you want one, you better go get one, because they are. The guy told me, said they're about out of them, you know. And also chatterbait. They got the chatterbait there that Hoyt makes, and they've got the buzzbait that Hoyt makes, and they've got just regular spinnerbaits that Hoyt makes. And why these are so special is his wires are they're bulletproof. I mean, you can pull them through the grass, and you see my video. I'm using 2 hands to try to get fish out of that in reeds. So yep, horticator, guys. Horticator is where it's at. Morning, boys and girls. You can see I was out there before daylight this morning and just kind of enjoying the the best part of the day as far as I'm concerned. You know, right at the break of day, and I went ahead and started throwing in there a little bit, and then I caught a couple of them in the dark. I mean, you know, you could hear them in there busting a little bit, but I caught a couple of them in the dark. But yeah, the wind wasn't blowing real bad, and it was just a very calm day. And I took the old helicopter out there and kind of got some shots back away. I was hoping to get the sun, but I didn't get it adjusted real good. So, but yeah, I just kind of swing it around there and let you look at it. And it's still pretty dark. I mean, it's hard to see. I mean, it really is. But the fish are still hidden. And they were, for some reason, the big fish moved in there. I mean, the bigger fish moved in. So. You can see back there on the lake I didn't have it tilted up far enough, but you can see back on the lake here that the sun's starting to just come up. This is about I'd say this is about 6 o'clock, and it's just starting to break day. And like I said before, I like to get out there at least 15 minutes, 20 minutes before daylight, and get set up and I can always tell when they're really going to start turning on. You see the birds starting to come off the roost and start moving around, and that kind of triggers about everything to wake up and go get some breakfast, and that's when the fish really start feeding good. And I throw a chatterbait and I throw a buzzbait once in a while, and I throw that bare hair jig, but I've been having so much luck for the horticator, that I've been sticking with it, and today, and I thought sometimes it's different every day, but today it was the horticator again. I mean, just as fast as I throwed it in there, I caught one, and like I said, it's nice fish. I went ahead and let this run, the video run, so you can see the next 5 or 10 minutes how it started breaking day and how the fishing just all of a sudden it really turned on. So, but you can see there behind me, I didn't get the sun shot like I wanted, but I did get the, as it's coming up, you can see it's lightening up here behind me. And as it a little bit lighter and a little bit lighter, there's about a half hour, 45 minutes there that the fish really turn on. They really turn on. They really hit. And that's why I started using the tube in front of the horticator, or even some spinner baits or anything, is because what happens is if it gets wrapped up and it's dark like that, it's just hard to untangle sometimes. And now I've never had any problems with it at all now. I mean, since I start doing that, it doesn't affect the bite. I mean, you still just catch just as many as you did if you didn't do it. So, and it helps it come through the grass a little bit. I always spray it down with shrimp juice too, like I always said, because the shrimp juice it just gives it a little bit more of a taste, but it also is like an oil. It helps it go through that grass a little bit easier. If you notice that, it's kind of all them baits have a oil base in them if you ever look at them. So, but fish on, guys, fish on. You can see I see how the light was right behind me. I mean, a good way behind me. Now, sun's coming up. It kind of got over there to the edge of the grass, and they really start hitting then. And I started picking them up. It's still a little bit dark, but as that sun comes up and kind of, lightens everything up, it kind of triggers them fish. Now, as soon as that sun gets up there high, they go to deep water. They go back out in the lake where they're comfortable. It's kind of interesting, really. I mean, if you figure out where they go out in the lake, you could probably catch a lot more fish. But nobody's ever been able to figure it out down here. I think I got a backlash here. That's pretty tough. Taking a backlash out in the middle of the morning or before it gets daylight. I mean, it's a chore sometimes, but it's worth it to get out there early. Yeah, I'm throwing that horticator just as far as I can back here in the middle of them reeds and catching them fish. There, I got one on there. Yeah, I had another good morning. Good morning out there on the bar, guys. Fish on. I got a trip in the morning, so I got to catch some bluegill and bass. They want to catch both of them, bluegill and bass, which I can do that. If you want to go out and do that, give me a call, guys, at 304-398-5215, and we'll go fishing. Well, another good morning on Lake Okeechobee, guys. We just 65-pound test Power Pro, a Horticator, and I like a fast retrieve reel to get them out of there. Shimano, Luz, and Ambassador, they all make fast ones. But you can see the quality of the fish are even a little bit better today. But yeah, good morning this morning, guys.